Money is a good thing, but the love of it destroys the grace of God upon people's lives. If your life depends on the power of money than the power of prayer, your life will be categorized with evil. When you neglect the spiritual to gain the material, you are retiring and discounting your spiritual life. You are shutting off your spiritual life, which is your real self. I want to talk about something I know you like, money. Tell your neighbor, say money. Money. Say money. Money. Not morning, money. Which will be a continuation of what we are discussing. We bless Jesus for that. Money is a good thing. Tell your neighbor, say money is a good thing. I want you to always remember that. That money is what? I can't hear you. It's a very good thing. A very what? A very good thing. And many biblical references that helps us to understand both sides of this thing called money. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 10 to the end. Matthew 6, verse 24. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 9 to 10. But find time to read from that chapter when you get home to the end. And also 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. But find time to help yourself to read the whole chapter 3. And also Hebrews 13, verse 5. But because of time, I will take my starting point, my takeoff from that Ecclesiastes 5. That Ecclesiastes 5. I want to read for you. Verse 10 says, those who love money will never have enough. How meaningless to think that the wealth brings true happiness. The more you have, the more people come to help you spend it. So what good is wealth except perhaps to watch it slip through your fingers? Verse 12, people who work hard sleep well, whether they eat little or much, but the rich seldom get a good night's sleep. There is another serious problem I've seen under the sun. Gathering or hoarding riches harms the saver. Money is put into this risky investment that turns sour and everything is lost. In the end, there is nothing left to pass on to your children. We all come to the end of our lives and naked and empty-handed, as on the day we were born. We can't take our riches with us. And this too is very serious problem. People leave this world not better off than when they came. All their hard work is for nothing, like working for the wind. Throughout their lives, they live under a cloud, frustrated, discouraged, and angry. Verse 18. Even so, I have noticed one thing at least, that it is good. It is good for people to eat, drink, and enjoy their work under the sun during the short life God has given them, and to accept their lot in life. And it is a good thing to receive wealth from God and the good health to enjoy it. To enjoy your work and accept your lot in life. This indeed a gift from God. Are you listening to that? So having money and good health to enjoy it, the Bible says it is a gift from God. So meaning you can have money and you don't enjoy it. So where does it come from then? Verse 20. God keeps such people so busy enjoying life that they have no time to brood over the past. You see, when God has given you money and the gift to enjoy it, He keeps you so busy during your lifetime, enjoying your money without thinking about your past. That is a difference. We need to ask ourselves, how many people have money and they are just enjoying because it is God that gave them the gift of enjoying it, and they have no time even to look back to their past? How many? You need to think about it. It is food for thought. It is what? It's food for thought. Money is a good thing. Don't be deceived. Money is a good thing, but the love of it destroys the grace of God upon people's lives. When you read that 1 Timothy 6, verse 8, 9, read for us. 1 Timothy 6. Tell never say, money is a good thing, but the love of it destroys the grace of God in the life of a person.
1 Timothy 6, verse 8. So, if we have enough food and clothing, let us be content. Verse 9. But people who long to be rich fall into temptation and are trapped by many foolish and harmful desires that plunge them into ruin and destruction. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, and some people, craving money, have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows.
Thank you. Are you listening to that? The love of money is a root of evil. Not money is evil. The love of it is a root of evil. Money is important, but money without a prayerful life is powerless in the face of darkness. Too much money without a prayerful life is helpless, powerless in the face of absolute, utter darkness and sin. As a Christian, you need to know this. In life, that is, as long as you are alive, you need to know that we need more of the power of God than the power of money. Tell neighbor, say, in life, as long as we live, we need to know that we need more of the power of God than the power of money. We have seen, we have also heard of people who died because they were robbed of their money, their goods. We have heard, we have also seen, many of us, those we know, those who don't know, who lost their life because they were being robbed of their material goods or their money. We also have seen, we also have heard of people begging, please don't kill me, take everything. Please don't kill me, I have children. Don't kill me. Money is important, but money without a prayerful life is powerless in the face of absolute darkness and sin. We need more of the power of God than the power of money. If money is that powerful, why those who lost their life in robberies, in their houses being robbed, in their businesses, why couldn't that power of money help them in the face of evil? Why? Financial resources are not the real tendon, real support of our battles in life. Ephesians 6 says, take the full armor of God so that you may stand in the evil day. Not take all your wealth, your money, your popularity, your fame, so that you can stand in dark days, in evil days. It says the full armor. It says praying with all prayers. Prayer alone can do the job in the face of darkness. Tell neighbor, say, prayer alone can do the job in the face of darkness. Prayer gives victory in battles. It makes missions successful. Money cannot buy peace of heart, but it can be buying objects. Money cannot buy the security of God's presence. If your life depends on the power of money than the power of prayer, your life will be categorized with evil. When you neglect the spiritual to gain the material, you are retiring and discounting your spiritual life. You are shutting off your spiritual life, which is your real self. It is true and wonderful to see the role money plays in our lives, in our homes, in our institutions, in our churches. It is wonderful to see. It pays school fees, it buys food, it pays our rents, it buys our houses, it beautifies our institution. It is wonderful to see what money can do in our churches. You check the seat where you are sitting, you check up there, the roof you are under, you check. It is so wonderful. But you must also take time to see the role prayer plays in our lives. Among our children, we have just witnessed. Among our families, in our homes, in our lives, in our institution. You must also take time to sit and see the role prayer plays in our lives. As much as we see the role of money in our lives, the clothes we wear, we bought them, the food we eat, the house, the cars we drive, money. But you must also take time to sit and look at the role of prayer. Have money and remove the power of God in your life. And look what you have. Church, have the money that you collect from people and remove the power of God, and you see what you have. It's just an empty, beautiful building where robbers, thieves, muggers of your children and yourself come and sit and see how they can mug you in a nice environment. Have money in your marriage and remove the power of God, that is prayer, and see what you have. That beautiful wife, that handsome husband. See what you have. Have money and remove the anointing in your life, David POONYANE, and let people see what they have. Have money in your business and remove the power that of God and see what type of business you have. Money is important, no doubt about it. But money, too much money, or money without the power of God, that is prayerful life, it is powerless in the face of absolute darkness and sin. I can't just imagine as a pastor, a servant of God, that my account are overflow with money, but there's no power in my life. That is the presence of God, the anointing, the prayerful life. What do I have with that money? The Bible has warned all of us not to lose the spirit in pursuit of the material. In Matthew 6, it says, seek first the kingdom, and all these things shall be added. That's all. Somebody who is harassing the community with gain. If I have all the money in the city, how do I help this boy? By telling him, please stop it, I'll take you to the best school. Please stop it, I'll buy you everything you want. Please stop beating your sister, your own sibling. You beat them at the same time. Please stop it. Stop fighting the community. Stop taking children and stabbing them. Other people's children. How will I help a young boy like that? With what? How will I help? With money, the power of money. Is that the power of money? Too much money without a prayerful life is helpless. Mama went to government to private hospital. He went to all the scan. You hear that a house is so big that to walk to the bedroom there, he's not staying like you in that 1 room, 2 room. Or you turn, immediately some of us, when you come out of a bedroom, is kitchen. When you turn, is toilet. But Mama has to walk to the kitchen, and it's too far. If Mama meet me with all the money, how do I help her when medical doctors say, we declare you permanently impaired? How? A beautiful wife with money, no prayer. What do you have? You have a knife. Not a wife. A handsome husband with a lot of money, no prayer life, no prayerful life. What do you have? What do you have? You can name it anything. Tell your neighbor, say, money is a good thing. But don't be deceived. The love of it destroy the grace of God in the lives of people. It is good. It is good to persuade people to give their money and their means to the cause of the church. But it is the best thing to persuade people to pray for the church and its leadership. Money cannot remove poverty. Money cannot remove evil and hindrances. How many people that they have received so much money, there's no currency that has not crossed through their hands, but today they are living as if they have never. How many people have got projects, have been this? Today, they are struggling as if it has never happened. Money cannot remove poverty. You can have money, but yet you have a spirit of poverty. That's why sometimes we complain to say, no, we don't know what to do with this man. I keep helping this man, but he's not getting well. You get tired. I've been helping this woman, but no. I don't know what to do anymore. The man, there's nothing I've not done. Money cannot remove evil. Only prayer can do the job. In life, we need more of the power of God than the power of money. we need more of the power of God than the power of money. Not that we don't need money, no. We need more of God's power, more of his power than more of power of money. Matthew 10:37 says, when you love yourself, loving someone and loving things more than God disqualifies us. Read it.
Matthew 10, verse 37. If you love your father or mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. Or if you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. Verse 38. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you are not worthy of mine.
Listen, loving yourself, others, loving things more than God disqualifies us. You are disqualified already. Because anything you love most, that is your God. Tell neighbor, say, what you love most in your life, that is your God. Ask your neighbor, what do you love most in your life? That is your God. Some of us, we love food. Most. It's nothing wrong to love food, but we love food above everything. Some of us, we love clothes more than anything. Some of us, we love money more than anything. Anything you love above in your life, that is number one. That is your God. You love God first, everything comes after. But if you love any other thing above God, that is your God. You love your children above, then your children are your gods. Matthew 10:37. When you love money more than God, the giver of money, money starts dictating your direction, not God. Money starts dictating your behavior, how to behave, not God. Where to go, not God. What to look, not God. You know, we know people, many of us, we love our children so much. When you hear anything your children tell, you don't want to confirm it. You can go and fight. You say, no, my son, my daughter told me this. Hey, you don't want to listen to anything. When you love something above, you only hear what that you love tells you, not any other thing. There are some people, I'm telling you, once the child has told them something, no one will dare to convince them. Some, when their husband has said it, wife said it, because they love their wife so much more than God. Their husband so much. They don't hear anything. They go and fight. Because what you love the most, you hear, you listen to what he says, you don't listen to anything. But when you love God above all, anything you hear, you want to hear what God is saying. When you love money, money will be telling you where to go, not God. We have many people that are everywhere only because they have money. Money is the one telling you, go this place, go there, don't do this. Money is telling them, don't eat this one. Listen. The glory of God's kingdom is depending on prayer for its fulfillment, not on money. I repeat again. I say the glory of God's kingdom depends on prayer for its fulfillment, not on money. God gives his children things through prayer. Meaning, prayer brings things. Prayer brings money. Money does not bring prayer. You are looking for money. You say, by the time I have money, I will build church, I will go to church, I will do this and everything. I will pray. You'll be so busy when money comes that you don't even know where to start if you have to pray. We learn best when we have nothing. Tell your neighbor, say, we learn best when we have nothing. When you have, there will be so much responsibility around you. You know, even our cars talk. Your car talk. You have not gone out tonight. They have not seen you today. You drove yesterday, but you did not open the sunroof. Yesterday it was rainy, today is shining. Your car is only a week. You need to go out. We learn best when we have nothing than when we have. When we have, many things talk to us. Even money say, please, why are you sitting here? They say, why can't you go out? Wear those white shorts with white shoe, your new sunglasses. You need to go out. There's a new place there. You eat, you can see the whole city. These are people that are saying you will start praying when you have. You never do it. You will begin to hear many voices. And you will not know which one is God's voice. We learn best when we have nothing. Satan, when you have nothing, Satan does not disturb much about yourself. But it is when you start having, you become attention to Satan. Have you ever seen yourself gossiping about the street kids? You talk about people that are working. You always talk about people that do better things in life. That's your topic. You never talk about, sit down, now look at these three kids. Yes, it's always like this. You don't matter because they have nothing. You always look at people that have something. Those are the one. Satan is like that. You are just a replication of Satan. Satan is like that. How is next how bonica next? When you have something, you are a target. You are a topic. When you are in the center of your own world, yes, you matter to Satan. If you stand before me now, between me and you, if Satan has to make a choice to kill, which we will choose you? You choose me. Yes. They chose a thief, release Barabbas, and kill this Jesus. When you matter in life, in society, you are a target to Satan. When you matter in your family, you are a target to Satan. But if you are nobody, if your family, you are nobody family, and Satan, when he comes here, he's looking for somebody that is making a difference in the house. This one that, that's all. Listen. Hey, let's go to that Ecclesiastes 5. Verse 10, read for us.
Ecclesiastes 5 verse 10. Those who love money will never have enough.
Are you listening to that?
How meaningless to think that wealth brings through happiness. Verse 11. The more you have, the more people come to help you spend it.
When you have money, we are coming. We want to help you to spend the money. We are coming.
So what good is wealth, except perhaps to watch it slip through your fingers? Verse 12. People who work hard sleep well.
Are you listening to that?
Whether they eat little or much, but the rich seldom get a good night's sleep.
The rich seldom, it's not all the time rich can sleep nice.
Verse 13. There is another serious problem I have seen under the sun. Hoarding riches harms the saver. Verse 14. Money is put into risky investments that turn sour, and everything is lost. In the end, there is nothing left to pass on to one's children.
How many people lost their investment?
Verse 15. We all come to the end of our lives as naked and empty-handed as on the day we were born.
Thank you. Listen, two people, if the rich man is sleeping and people enter the big mansion, big house, and dogs are barking everywhere, oh, what is this? And the wife says, Daddy, there's people that has entered and they are in the passage, they are in the house. The man says, oh, they are going to the safe. They are going where? A poor man is sleeping. Daddy, it's like the people have entered the house. The robber say, where? It's like they're in the garage. They must take everything. Those things, in fact, they are disturbing us. They are on the way. We'll see them in the morning, leave them. So who is enjoying life now? Between these two people. Another one say, hey, let them take those things. In fact, that garage is too dirty. Let them take what they can take there to help us clean. Another one is saying, where? They are in the passage. Oh my God, they are going to the safe. Oh my God, oh Jesus. This one said, leave them. We see them in the morning. This is what Ecclesiastes is telling us. That those who don't have too much money, they only eat, sleep, and everything. They sleep. Though they work hard in the night, they what? But this rich one, they say, it's not all the time they sleep, these people. Then they say, hey, they've broken at the shop. Where? Alarm on the cell phone, all this. Too much money without a prayerful life is helpless, powerless in the face of absolute, utter darkness. When there's money, you see there's camera, video camera everywhere. In the building, the camera. Where there's money, there's always, where have you seen somebody without nothing installing CCTV camera for what? For what? Tell never say money is a good thing, but the love of it destroy the grace of God upon people. Money has characteristics, natures that kills people. That is why we are warned not to be lovers of money. One of the character or nature of money that kills people is that money wants you to be in many places at the same time. You look at people with money, they want to be everywhere. They want to be everywhere. They want to be everywhere. When they're in the church, they keep looking at are they going home from here? No. One of the nature or characteristics of money that kills people is that money wants you to be in many places at the same time. Money will not allow you to come here. I'm talking about those who love money. When you have it, money will not allow you to come here. If you come here, money will not allow you to sit here to the end of the service. If you sit to the end of the service, money will want you to sit where everybody will see you. That is money for you. Say money. Money will not allow anyone to step on your toe, on your expensive shoe. You say sorry to such person, you will not hear anything. They answer with their face. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You are stand where you are, you look again, you look back, you fall another way. What, you will not want to go to that, to bump or touch the person one day again. That is money for you. Say money. Money. Let me tell you something in closing. Don't be afraid to have money. You must be afraid when money is having you. Don't be afraid to spend money. Be afraid when money is spending you. Because money comes and goes. But you, once you go, there's no another you. One life for Christ is all you have. When money is the one spending you, oh my God, you must be afraid. Once it's done with you, you are gone. There can never be a you again. Hebrews 13 verse 5.
Hebrews 13 verse 5. Don't love money. Be satisfied with what you have. For God has said, I will never fail you. I will never abandon you.
Thank you. Are you listening to that? Are you listening to that? Let's read from King James, New King James.
Hebrews 13 verse 5. Let your conduct be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have. For he himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you.
The Bible is telling us never associate God with money. Associate God with power. Tell neighbor, say, don't associate God with money. Associate God with power. When we see people with money, we say, oh my God, look at God. That is a wrong measurement. You can have money and God is not with you. You can be poor and God is with you. He said, don't love money. Be satisfied with what you have. I will never leave you nor forsake you. But this time we see people with money, material thing, we say God. God is power. God is not money. God is what? God is power, not money. Money is money. It has its own power to buy. But God is God. He has power. Power to heal. Power to protect. Power to deliver. Power to make mission successful. Power to give victory. Never. When you see somebody with money, you say, God, God. God is power. No power, no God. Tell neighbor, say, no power, no God. I can boldly say to you, God is in this church. Why? It's because of money? No, because of power. So I don't associate God with money. I associate him with power. If I want to see this God, I must see power, not money. There are churches that are more extravagant than this place. Extra. But sick people enter there, spiritually bound, they enter, they worship, they go home like that. They enter worship, they enter there. It's beautiful, everything. When you enter there, oh my God, it's like a shopping mall. 7-star. We don't associate God with money. We associate God with power. No power, no God. Where there's God, you will see his presence. You see what the ordinary mind cannot explain. You see what money cannot buy. Because the power of God makes money insufficient. That's all. Hallelujah. Mine has power in my life. Who am I? What will I do next? Whom will I represent well without that power in my life? So from now on, we should always remember that. We learn best when we have nothing. That is the best. When you have many, you say, when I have many, I will pray, I will wake up in the morning, middle of the night to do this. You are lying. Those things you accumulated through money will be talking to you. You hear their voice. Your car will talk. When you have 7 cars, when you enter the garage, another one says, you have not driven me. Where you are going, they have not seen me. Take me, please. Your car will start raising hand in the garage. Take me. Take me. You say, yes, you agree. They have not seen you. In fact, I've not opened the glass roof. You now enter that one. You open the glass roof. Now. On the way, it says, please put music. You put music louder, louder, louder. When you see people, when you see people, your car say, put louder, louder, drive slowly, drive slowly, drive slowly. At the moment, your car says, speed up, speed up. Let them hear the noise. Remember, it's 4 pipe exhaust. Say money. You people never believe that this thing talk. They talk. Money talk. I say money talk. Read Matthew 6:24.
Matthew 6, verse 24. No one can serve 2 masters, for you will hate one and love the other. You will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and be enslaved to money.
Thank you. They talk. So are the things you buy with it, they also talk. To keep money short, you must love God above money. Sometimes I see people this, when we are driving this, I see when they are material thing, are the one talking to them. You start a person doing some funny thing. Suddenly the volume go, boo, 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 boo. By the time you get, some people even when they get at the robot, they open doors. The car tell them, God. You have only two minutes. 2 minutes, God, you are God, 120. You see people coming out of the robot dancing there. Boom, boom. Oh my God, what is this? Say money. It's a good thing, but the love of it is very dangerous. That is why we have people without money. They are sitting at home, they don't do anything. By the time money comes, oh my God, you hardly find them at home. They come to sleep. In the morning, they are out. They come, even the family themselves, they wish, if not this money, we lived in peace with our daughter. We live in peace with our child. If not this money, even yourself, you cry. You say, you know, my husband, before all this money, how beautiful we live. We could eat, sleep. Today, there's problem everywhere. Does not regard me. He's hardly at home. So many. You learn in your relative, among yourself. There are people who pray, if this money can go, we will get back our daughter. If this money can go, we will get back our son. We have lost him. Money has taken over. Money. Say money. Money. It's the dangers of money. You need to be very careful. Are you listening? You need to be very what? The Bible says, when we die not better than the way we came. How should be than the one only getting house? That is what the Bible says. When we die, we are not better than when we were born. You brought nothing here, you take nothing here. Don't be afraid to spend money, but be afraid when money is. Don't be afraid to have money, but be afraid when money is having you. Today, many can eat anything in their house. When they have money and their wife did not cook this, they bang the doors and the fridges. With food everywhere, their nose will be here. What do you think I'm going to eat? I'm sorry, Daddy. They say, what do you think? There's food everywhere. I can't eat that nonsense. But now, you eat anything that is mixed and cooked. You eat anything. When there's money and what you want to eat is not cooked, everybody will lose the peace in their house. Daddy, we tried to defrost the meat. I forgot it. I put it under the normal fridge. Into nonsense. You bang doors everywhere. Oh my God. Children are crying. In the passage, oh my God, the lion is saying. Tell us ever say money. Money. Today, when you don't have it, you eat anything. Your wife, your children, you eat anything. When money has come and you can eat everything and is in the house, they must not make a mistake of cooking what you don't like. Your nose go here. May God bless His word in our heart. Let us rise up. money is a good thing.